Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. I want to thank all you guys across NewTek, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey for your guys' continued support, and of course everyone here on YouTube.
We start things off from the New York Post, and it is the end of an era, ladies and gentlemen, as we read the title here. U.S. Mint in Philadelphia set to press the last ever penny as coin gets canceled. The last penny ever to be made was finally struck at the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia on Wednesday after President Trump canceled production of the costly copper coin after 232 years. That's a long time, ladies and gentlemen. God bless America, and we're going to save the taxpayers $56 million, U.S. Treasury Brandon Beach said before he pushed the button on the penny-making machine at the Mint on Wednesday afternoon. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, those beautiful copper coins. This is the last one. 3, 2, 1, Beach said, and the room erupted in applause as he pushed the button, and a blank circle of copper was stamped into history. And just like that, the coin that's been in production since 1793 will never again be made. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me know down in the comment if you were around in 1793 to see the first pennies being made and what your thoughts are on the last penny being made. Of course, if you weren't around, you can still leave your thoughts down in the comments section about the ending of the beautiful penny. Did you have a penny bank? Did you have a penny jar? Did you save pennies? Were pennies your thing? Did you ever like using them? I thought they came in handy by my own self. Penny production was canceled by Trump for the 2026 after the coin started to cost about 4 times more to make than the 1 cent it is actually worth in U.S. currency. Trump and other critics have also argued that the penny has become an obsolete denomination with little use in modern market, of course, in our modern market, of course, and that there are already billions in productions to tide American over for the foreseeable future. Now, it's hard to say how long it'll be around. So it's going to be in circulation. They just aren't making them anymore. And as you can see here, it roughly takes, if you want to be exact here, the exact science, 3.69 cents to make a penny, which is obviously more costly. But that's government for you. I mean, what a better example than how government works than to illustrate that the penny that's 1 cent costs 3 cents to make. I mean, there's nothing more American government than that. Now, let's take a listen here. Now, I'm going to give you guys, I don't know why this came up here. I give you fair warning that this particular video may have some puns in it. So just be aware of that. If I can get it started. Is it going to start? Let's see what's going on here. Let's see the video. Here we go. Oh, it's giving me all kinds of nonsense.
This half
Here we go.
hour with the end of an era for the penny. The United States will no longer make cents, single cents, after the final coins were pressed today at a mint right here in Philadelphia.
I see what you did there. The final lucky pennies will eventually be auctioned off. But it really is the end of an era. Action News' Maggie Kent had a front row seat to history today. Joins us live in Old City with more on the demise, as it turns out, of the penny. Maggie?
Yeah, these are lucky pennies because they will not go into circulation. They are embossed with that omega symbol, symbolizing their final run here at the U.S. Mint. They've been in production since 1787, a historic day here.
That's perfect.
Placing the final penny in the press.
3, 2, 1.
After 238 years, the 1 cent coin will no longer be in production.
The last time we've discontinued a coin was the half cent, and that was in 1857, 168 years ago.
U.S. Treasurer Brandon Beach was on hand to take a penny and leave a penny in the pressing machine, as proud pressmen and women of the U.S. Mint looked on.
It's a sad thing and a happy occasion.
Yvette Thomas has worked at the Mint in Philadelphia for 2 decades. She has fond memories of the coin and the candy that it afforded.
Squirrel nuts, what's the little fishes.
Remember when you were a kid, you could buy a Tootsie Roll. You could buy a Swedish Fish for a penny. You'd walk up to a snack shack and hand that thing in.
Now a penny can only buy you a thought. The 1 cent piece costs 4 cents to make. Mass production for circulation ended in June, but they aren't rare by any means.
We have over 300 billion pennies that remain in circulation.
Remember what Ben Franklin said, a penny saved is a penny earned. What are we going to tell kids now?
So we are actually across the street from them. This is Benjamin
And there you have it,
Franklin's
ladies and
grave,
gentlemen.
on
I don't know
top
why
of
the
it
video
are
messed up. My apologies for that, but that's the way scripts play. I do use blocking systems and other things to kind of clean these things up. But we're living in a time, ladies and gentlemen, where we can't even do simple functions because everybody, the news agencies and others, are always trying to get things out there. But ladies and gentlemen, I also wanted to play. Now, see, it's going to give me the business. Now, I wanted to play this little video here. I thought it was kind of amusing to share with you guys.
Being on the penny used to mean something. It was worthy compensation for thoughts. But now it's useless fodder for petty wishes tossed out like common garbage 120 million times a year. Even though it's still technically money. It's tortured, humiliated, forgotten. The currency of choice for paying people back with spite. This is $50, by the way. Why are you doing this? Get me off this piece of scrap metal. Make me digital. Let me soar. Imagine me actually paying for stuff amongst the people again, instantly traveling the globe without fees or friction. Old Abe just wants to be good at being money again. Is that too much to ask for an old top-hatted dreamer?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we were able to play this because copyright music and all that, you know, YouTube being a weird and funky thing. But also found this interesting. But this is going to be pretty common here, as we see from the Wall Street apes. The U.S. penny has officially begun being pushed or being phased out. Penny production has been halted, and now major retailers such as Walmart have begun implementing rounding policies. Receipts will show rounding and round up to the closest 5-cent interval. Rollout has started in certain probably states or something, locations. And here we have this young lady who's also talking about it.
Penny elimination. I'm sure you haven't seen anything about this because social media is not going to push this. The government is no longer going to be creating new pennies. What that means is if you go into a store and your purchase comes up to $10.01, they will round your bill up to $10.05. All purchases are going to be rounded up to the nearest nickel. And you may say, oh, that's only 4 cents. But you have to think about it. If you have 1 million people that go into a store and all of their purchases are increased by 4 cents to round it up for convenience sake, how much money are these corporations making? Does the money go to corporations, or is this money going to the reserve? Or does it go to somebody else's pocket that we don't know about? This is disgusting. The fact that nobody is talking about this, and going into the holiday season, some stores are no longer going to allow you to use cash at self-checkout. This is something that has been...
And it's funny that she mentions this because I saw a statistic today that really shocked me. I don't have the data. I didn't look it up here for you guys, but you're welcome to look it up yourself. As the data was being shown there on the news, this was on Fox News, but I think it was an affiliate somewhere, was saying that only 14% of people actually pay in cash. Now, as I said, I don't know the context of it all. I don't know the fullness of it all. I was just walking through the room and heard the statistics, saw the data real quick. But it showed that only 14% of people actually use either coins or cash. It may be arguable to say maybe that only 14% of people use coins. But it's interesting to say. But we can look up that data if you guys want to do that. You can look that on up. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, let me know down in the comments section what your thoughts are on the end of the penny. And, of course, here on Ground News, of course, I always like to check Ground News. We see the bias distribution, and it's pretty massive on covering the penny, of course, because, with it being towards the weekend, nearing the weekend, it's a lighthearted story considering all that's going on, and, of course, with the recent opening of the government. So lots of interesting things going on. But, of course, everybody on X lost their minds after Donald Trump was on last night on television, as of this recording, mentioning that the government was open and how he blamed the Democrats. It was absolutely epic, which is why they're losing their minds on X right now. But nonetheless, guys, it is Friday, so I have to dial it back in. Into something a little bit more laid back. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. And it's extraordinary. It's the end of an era, the end of the penny, and that's what I had for you guys this Friday.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. Below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, as well as my affiliate marketing. So if you order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, you can use my landing page link. helps out the channel. And of course, TrustZone, my favorite VPN, virtual private network. That's also been an amazing program for me. No fuss, no bloat, get straight to what you want to do. But nonetheless, guys, of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments help out the channel tremendously, and it has in this 2025. So I want to thank all you guys. That's NewTek, BitChute, Rumble, as well as everyone here on YouTube. Thank you so much for all that you guys do. And appearing there on the screen, that is, for everyone watching on YouTube, that'd be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys behind the Galaxy phone camera next week.